Oh, look at this. A report claiming what everyone already knew. Apparently, TikTok was spying on you on behalf of the CCP. Imagine my shock. Now, what I find interesting is that a lot of people are asking for it to be banned. I just want you to understand this, right? In order to protect the American public from themselves, you have to ban the spyware. I don't even know what. So it's interesting because TikTok is not the only social media that spies on you, right? Like, if you read the terms of service from all of the American social media websites, they collect information from all of them. Do it, but even more interestingly enough is that in this very article it states that Facebook and other social media sites, they work hand in hand with the U.S. government in order to collect information from other governments. Like, for example, Uganda had to ban Twitter before the elections, much to the dismay and outrage of Joe Biden, if you guys remember that. Because they were using the social media in order to try to influence the elections there. They banned, I believe, the account of the sitting president at the time, which actually led to the platform being banned from their country. So, this is not something that's specific to China. But of course, in this case, I understand. Yeah, like, there is so much harm that TikTok does to the US. It's almost unthinkable. Like, try this experiment. Go on TikTok China. So get a VPN and make it so that it thinks you're from China, and then go to TikTok China. You will see the most wholesome videos imaginable. Like, there's people teaching you how to do carpentry, people teaching you how to do life improvement, people teaching you about taxes, and how to start a business. And then do the same experiment with TikTok United States and see the videos that are being pitched for you. Nothing but the type of libs of TikTok is displaying, fat acceptance, LGBT issues, like things that will never improve your life in any way, shape, or form. Now, some people say, well, maybe that's what the Americans want. I doubt that. Because I remember when social media existed without being curated, and you would see what the Americans actually wanted. It was like sports, entertainment. It wasn't like activism all the time, nonstop, 24/7, and bad health advice, right? So it is probably intentional. Now, with that out of the way, TikTok is, I believe, the far most radical extremist social media website out of all of them. Again, encouraging people to do poor life choices, like, for example, oh, well, it's okay if you're 300 pounds. Like, we're not even talking about fat, we're talking about climbing two stairs and gasping for breath level of corporeal manifestation. And TikTok will tell you, no, that's perfectly fine. You have, like, the whole libs of TikTok thing, which, again, made her famous on Twitter because of it. So, I mean, technically, yeah, like, banning the platform makes sense because it is a foreign attack, if you will, on the nation. However, it is ridiculous that in order to prevent people from using it, you would have to ban it. Like, the mentality, it's like, people are so fucking stupid that they are using this shit knowingly that the Chinese government is spying on them. And, you may wonder, it's like, who cares, right? Like, who cares if they're spying on you? Well, think about it this way, right? Let's say you're a teenager, and you make a very embarrassing TikTok video, right? One where you advocate grooming or whatever the fuck is popular right now. Okay, but you're a teenager, so you make that. You have, like, your controversial far-right extremist leftist view out there. Maybe you even embarrass yourself and you do a silly dance or something, right? Now, let's say 30 years from now, culture completely changes, right? Like, the things that are acceptable now are definitely not acceptable in the future. And you manage to become a senator, or you manage to become a high public person, maybe an executive at a news media outlet. Well, the Chinese government, because it's that app, they would know your name, they would be able to find out, like, what were you doing when you were young, and they could blackmail you then. They could say, if you don't do what we want, we're going to pass this interesting TikTok video we found from you when you were a teenager. I mean, this is literally how it worked under communism. Like, they would document stuff and then just sit on it, like, they would document things you did in school, They would document things that you talked with your parent, and they would sit on it for years. Like, it was in the archive. And when they wanted to get to a person, because that's how it works, right? Like, it's not like they're having, like, all these lists and they have all the knowledge, right? Like, no, they just document things. And then when they want to get to a person, they go like, can you look in through his history to see if they did anything? And when they look at the name, it's very well filed, and then they see what they did in the past. So, there are a couple of politicians which are asking for TikTok to be banned, including Ted Cruz. Every time TikTok gets asked questions about how their ties to the CCP, they desperately try to dodge. Now it's clear that they're spying on users, and it's staggering and concerning. I would like to point out that a ban for TikTok doesn't necessarily mean that TikTok will disappear from the US market. What means is that a US firm is probably going to buy it. And the most likely one to do so is Microsoft, which, if you know anything about Microsoft, it is still as concerning. I mean, it's still going to be a far left radical extremist platform. But at least Microsoft, I guess, has a track record into sometimes bankrupting the shit they buy. So hopefully TikTok is going to be bankrupt. I generally do not understand why TikTok is so fucking popular. I tried my best to get it, but I can't. And YouTube tried doing this thing with YouTube Shorts, trying to copy TikTok. I guess the new generation is into all of this random humor, right? Like if you watch some of the new cartoons that the young kids watch, it's all about a 5-second joke followed by another 5-second joke followed by another the action just doesn't slow down. It's very random, chaotic, and I guess this is what TikTok is, and this is why it's attracting so many young people. But unfortunately, again, the algorithm is promoting extremism. It's promoting very radical and bizarre behavior, which is influencing the kids. And of course, it also spies on them, gathers information, and compiles it. In my opinion, it's not that different than what the US social media does. Like, how is it different than what Facebook or Twitter did? Twitter is famous for tweeting now and getting fired 5 years later. But anyway, right, so let me know what you think, and I should remember to shill for myself. I do have a website, Subscribestar. If you donate there, even $5, you will immediately get buyer's remorse. Like the moment you click send, you get the buyer's remorse delivered to your door. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. Take care.